Good day and welcome to Some TV Business Daily. I am Blessing Titus and today we bring you the latest developments making headlines across Nigeria's economy, markets and business world. The federal government plans to issue 4 trillion in bonds to settle debt in the power sector has sparked debate among experts. Some argued the move could ease liquidity pressures, while others warn it risks creating long-term financial challenges if not properly managed. The bond program approved by President Bola Tinubu aims to address legacy debt in the electricity market and restore investor confidence. The first tranches of 1.23 trillion is expected to be raised within the next 4 months to settle verified arrears owed to generation companies and gas suppliers. Experts urge caution, questioning the logic of using public debt to settle market debt and warning that repeated government bailouts could create dependency. They emphasize the need for transparency, accountability, and deeper reforms, including cost-reflective electricity tariffs and stricter performance benchmark for distribution companies. Nigeria's passenger motor car imports rebounded strongly in 2025, reaching 1.1 trillion in the first 9 months, up to 12% year-on-year. The recovery was driven by relative stability in foreign exchange markets and improved access to forex trade. The third quarter saw a significant surge, with imports jumping to 527.98 billion to 47.3% increase from the same period in 2024. The US was the largest source, accounting for 41.121% of total imports, followed by South Africa and the UAE. Analysts attribute the growth to renewed confidence among importers, ease exchange rate volatility, and improved FX liquidity, expecting the naira to remain stable into the 2025. Dangote Petroleum Refinery will sell petrol at 739 per litre starting Tuesday, December 16, 2025. Through Emirates stations, the refinery had earlier slashed its gantry price from 828 to 699 per litre. Dangote accused some officials of encouraging marketers to keep prices high to sabotage the price reduction. Dangote stated that transporting petrol from the refinery costs 10 to 15 per litre, questioning why pump prices should be as high as 900 per litre. He also criticized the Nigerian Midstream and Downstream Petroleum Regulatory Authority for issuing 47 import licenses, saying it will kill local investments. Dangote assured Nigerians that the 739 per litre price will be enforced, urging marketers to sell at the new price. The NMDPRA has not commented on the development. Enugu State government has allocated 30 billion in the 2026 budget to feed approximately 660,000 pupils daily in the 260 smart green schools across the state. This school feeding program aims to provide one balanced meal per child, supporting their growth and learning and combating childhood malnutrition. The Commissioner for Budget and Planning, Barrister Chris Robert Ozongwu, announced that 32.87% of the 1.62 trillion budget is dedicated to education, aligning with the Governor Peter Mbe's commitment to human development and economic growth. This investment is expected to uplift Enugu's people and prepare them for a knowledge-driven future. Key education initiatives include constructing 10 smart senior secondary schools, 158 billion, building 10 technical and vocational education and training schools, 68 billion, and upgrading 106 public secondary schools, 15 billion. Additionally, 30 billion is allocated to equip existing technical colleges, ensuring a skill and job-ready generation. The federal government is set to forfeit 1.4 trillion in revenue in 2026 by reducing the corporate income tax (CIT) rate from 30% to 20%. This move is part of the government's newly consolidated tax reform framework aimed at stimulating economic growth and reducing the cost of doing business in Nigeria. Chairman of the Presidential Field Policy and Tax Reform Committee, Taiwo Oyedele, explained that the reduction in CIT rate is deliberate and intended to support businesses rather than introducing new taxes. The government believes that sustainable revenue can only come from economic expansion, not higher tax rates. The tax reforms also include changing to the value tax (VAT) regime, allowing business to claim input VAT credits on access, overhead, and services. This is expected to benefit companies across sectors, particularly in essential industries like food, education, and healthcare, which will become VAT zero rated. Nigeria's federal government will forgo 1.4 trillion in revenue in 2026 due to corporate income tax (CIT) rate reduction from 30% to 25%. These tax reforms aim to stimulate economic growth and reduce business costs. The CIT cut is part of a broader tax overhaul effective January 1st, 2026, focusing on simplifying the tax system and broadening the tax-based changes to the value added. Tax VAT regime will also allow businesses to claim input credit on access, overhead, and services. The reform targets sectors like food, education, and healthcare, making them VAT zero rated. This is expected to lower production costs and benefit customers. President Bola Tinubu has established the National Tax Policy Implementation Committee to drive these changes. Transport fares from Lagos to southeastern states are rising ahead of Christmas, with prices expected to increase by 20 to 30% from December 18th. Current fare ranges from 25,500 to 73,500, depending on destination and vehicle type. The increase is driven by the high demand, operational costs, and fuel prices. Fares for 15-seater buses may rise to 30,600 to 77,600, while 7-seater buses could cost 55,000 to 93,600. Airline offer an alternative, but prices have surged from 200 to 300%, exceeding 350 for some routes. Road transport remains the most accessible option, with varied comfort level and scheduled departures. Factors contributing to the fare hike include wear and tear on vehicles, fuel costs, and limited seating capacity. Transport operators adjust prices to balance demand and ensure profitability, especially during outbreak. Transport fares from Lagos to Southeast are rising, with prices expected to increase to 20 to 30 for December 18th. Current fares range from 27 to 73,000. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu has approved a significant budget increase for the Code of Conduct Bureau (CCB), raising it from 3 billion to 20 billion. The move aims to modernize the country's asset declaration system, strengthening verification and enforcement, and fund technological upgrade. CCB Chairman Dr. Abubakar Bello stated that the previous manual system was outdated, with scarce and expensive paper forms. A new online platform is being developed, launching a 2026 allowing global access declaration and linking with government database. Verification exercises have begun for senior officials with recovered fund transfer to the central bank are urged to comply as follows to declare assets, metrical investigation, and prosecution. Zcrest Wealth has maintained a buy rating on Simplit Energy plc, setting a target price of 8.029, implying a 38% upside from the current market price of 5,809.00. The valuation is supported by microeconomic factors and Simplet's improving financial position, Simplet's strength performance, including a 213% on-year revenue, increasing to 203 trillion in the first 9 months of 2025. The company's financial position is stable with retained earnings of 314 billion and shareholders' equity of 2.6 trillion. The Asa North Ohaja South gas project is expected to boost Simplet's growth, with the first gas expected by Q4 2025 and full ramp-up in Q1 2026. The Nigerian crude production is projected to rebound to 2.5 billion barrels per day by 2025, benefiting Simplet upstream operations. Prosco plc has acquired 10,000 hectares of palm oil plantations in Cross River State, expanding its production footprint and reinforces its leadership in Nigeria's palm oil industry. The acquisition strengthens Pasco Company to meet rising domestic demand for edible oils and support national food security. The move is part of Prosco's long-term company strategy, unlocking new agronomic potential and ensuring a broader raw material base. Prosco will apply its sustainable agriculture model and company development network to the new estate, ensuring long-term productivity and socio-economic impact. The acquisition advances national food security, reduces reliance on imports, and supports the federal government drive toward industry self-sufficiency, positioning Prosco for its next phase for growth. Accessories Limited and the Nigerian Society of Engineers, NSE, have launched a 3 tonnes per hour palm oil mill at Palm Ridge Estate, Phase 5, Ibadan. The project demonstrates Nigeria's capacity for indigenous engineering section and creates a fully integrated agro-real estate model. The mill captures the entire palm oil value chain from harvest to processing, distribution, and byproduct conversion. This zero-waste model supports sustainable livestock growth and contributes to Nigeria's food security. The project aligns with the federal government's policy shift away from open grazing, promoting structured ranging system as a seed aim raised to over 1 million cattle per Palm Ridge location, supporting Nigeria agriculture modernization agenda. The United Bank of Africa (UBA) has announced the retirement of 4 executive directors effective from January 1, 2026, following completion of their tenure. The retiring directors are Mr. Muyiwa Akinyemi, Mrs. Abiola Bawuah, Mr. Alex Alozi, and Mrs. Solayemi Ajayi. UBA has appointed 3 new executive directors subject to central bank approval: Emmanuel Lamptey, Digital Banking; Tosin Adewuyi, Corporate Banking; and Chidi Okpala, UBA Nigeria. The new directors bring extensive experience in banking, finance, and strategy. Group Chairman Tony Elumelu thanked the retiring directors for their service and welcomed the new appointee, confident they will advance UBA's growth. United Bank for Africa, UBA, has announced the retirement of 4 executive directors. Now, let's go on a short commercial break. We'll be right back.
Go today. Live free, live fast, live smart.
No time to shop, no stress. With SuperGo, your groceries comes to you. Partner with trusted vendors, verified stores, no delay, no excuses. Just values. SuperGo Supermarket, your market now in your hands. With SuperGo, your ride is comfortable, easy, and convenient.
SuperGo is more than an app. It's a movement, moving people, powering threats, delivering value. Sharp, send money, go any bank, do all my transactions inside. We launched SuperGo yesterday in Yola.
Now available in Taraba and Adamawa, and we're covering 36 states before 2026.
Download SuperGo today, Nigeria's first lifestyle app.
SuperGo, move, buy, pay, live. I fit fund my wallet sharp, send money, go any bank, do all my transactions inside. We launched SuperGo yesterday in Yola.
Now available in Taraba and Adamawa, and we're covering 36 states before 2026.
Download SuperGo today, Nigeria's first lifestyle app.
SuperGo, move, buy, pay, live.
Nigeria, a land of beauty, strength, and deep-rooted heritage. A nation of over 200 million voices, cultures, and dreams united under one flag. Contrary to what the world might often hear, Nigeria is not a land known for war and violence. Nigeria is known for its resilience. Its people rises every day, not to fight battles of war, but battles of survival, of resilience, and of growth and progress. From Hausa, Yoruba, Igbo, Kanuri, TV, Efik, and over 300 ethnic groups, Nigerians' diversity is its strength. In every language spoken, every dance performed, and every drum beat echoed, there is pride, peace, and identity.
Peace isn't just the absence of war. Peace is the presence of hope. In every corner of Nigeria, hope is alive. Hope in education, hope in innovation, and hope in next generation. I believe in Nigeria because I see changes every day. We don't wait for peace, we build peace. We have seen hard times, but we still stand as one. Yes, Nigeria faces challenges, economically, politically, and socially. But even in the storm, Nigeria's spirit remains unbroken. Where others see conflict, we see a call to rise. We are more than headlines. We are a nation of believers in peace, in unity, and in tomorrow. This is Nigeria. This is our story. And from Sun TV, let the world hear it from us.
Niger State Governor Umaru Bago has presented a 1.31 trillion budget proposal for 2026, focusing on consolidation, growth, and sustainable budget. The budget prioritizes wealth creation, agricultural transformation, healthcare, road infrastructure, and education. Key allocations include 59.2 billion for agriculture, 107.9 billion for education, and 72 billion for health. Infrastructure spending focuses on road construction, water supply, and energy projects. The budget is based on an exchange rate of 1,447.21 per dollar, 6.05% inflation, and 4.23% GPD growth. Implementation prioritizes project completion, agricultural development, and food security. A federal high court in Lagos has ruled that AMCON appointment of lawyers for General Hydrocarbons Limited (GLLs) offends the law. Justice Lewis Alagiu held that the appointment of counsel by AMCON receiver manager was inappropriate and disobeyed a sustaining court order. GHL had ordered that Dr. Abiodun Lionus SAN was its legitimate counsel, appointed by Chairman Prince Nduka Obaigena. AMCON contended that its receiver manager appointment, new lawyer for the GHL, the court upheld GHL's position, stressing that a subsiding judgment must be obeyed until set aside. That wraps up today's edition of Sun TV Business Daily. Thank you for watching. I am Blessing Titus. Join us next time as we continue to bring you entrusted business insights and market updates.